T-minus 3, 2, 1, ignition.
What you know about this life? Yeah. Just relax, baby, get high. Yeah, you're on your way to the best night ever. No top, no top.
Hello, Best Night Ever League. Connor and I called for an emergency meeting to announce some exciting news. First, Connor is going to go over a rule change for league events.
What up, everybody? So, some exciting news. We have decided to overhaul some of the kind of rules and punishments around league events. This is primarily just to be a little bit more flexible as a league. Obviously, our punishments that existed initially for it were pretty severe, and we thought that it was probably time to lighten up on that a little bit. Now that the league's been around for years, everyone knows how fun the league events are. Everyone's very bought in and invested to the league. So we thought that it would be best to make the rules a little bit more accommodating and forgiving while still having punishments for non-attendance. So as you can see on the slide, I'll run through this really quick. All like prior and existing punishments that we had in place, those are going to be abolished. The new punishment is going to be a flat opt-out fee of $200. This can qualify for an exception if there's a reasonable excuse like a pregnant wife, health issues, anything like that. There won't be any exceptions for lame excuses like prior events, things like that. And then the funds for this fee are going to go towards drinks, food, and accommodations in that order for that league event that you're missing. So you're going to be paying for everyone that's showing up to have an even better time. And if you're paying $200 as a fee, you might as well just buck up and go to the event. And then if you don't attend the Super Bowl event, that's also going to include a forfeiture of winnings. And there's going to be no exceptions to this. If you happen to win the league and you're going to win hundreds of dollars or $1,000 in a World Cup year, then you better show up if you want your money. Another big part of this rule change for us, specifically regarding significant others. I know this has been a hot topic and there's kind of a myriad of opinions on the matter, but obviously as everyone's lives change and everyone grows, I think again it's important that the league be accommodating while also still setting some like standards and traditions. So moving forward, league events will allow significant others, so the event hosts will need to kind of weigh this in their decision. If present for the event, league members, attendance is required for mandatory like weekend specific events. This will all be outlined a little bit more thoroughly in the Constitution, which me and Michael are going to kind of revamp, because over the years we've kind of learned there's some missed pieces and also some like gray area. So we're just going to kind of refine the Constitution a little bit. So these will be spelled out more clearly, but some example of these: the draft, the award ceremony, draft lottery, punishment, things like that. Those are going to be mandatory league events. Obviously, those are our more like kind of traditional foundational events that go on these weekends. So significant others not going to be present for these. This is a league focus time. And then if you are going to bring a significant other to the league event destination, we are going to give you the option to arrange your own accommodations and not stay like with the league at the house or whatever we end up doing. This is going to incur a $100 fee, which again will go towards drinks, food, and board for the event. In a situation like this, obviously they wouldn't be staying there, but they would be there part of the time and consuming food and drinks. So this, we feel, is just kind of a fair fee to, one, encourage everyone to just stay with the league. It's more fun. But if for whatever reason you don't want to, the $100 is just going to be go towards your food and drink and things like that. The only exception to this fee would be if we choose to stay somewhere where the accommodations are at a hotel, since in this case, rooms are kind of obviously split between like two people typically. And then also like food is kind of a free game for the most part. So it wouldn't really make a lot of sense to charge $100 in that case. And then regardless if you're not staying on campus or not, attendance is still mandatory for all the above mentioned events. If a significant other is present and staying at the league arranged accommodations, costs are going to be split by the head. So it's split by the person, not by the couple. We just want to make that clear. Like there's going to be no way around that. That's just going to keep it fair for everyone. And then any couples present may have the 5th choice of room. So we're going to still do how we've done in the past, where order of room choice is determined by league finish. So if you are with a significant other or bringing your significant other and are in the winner's bracket, then obviously you're going to get that priority as it comes to you. If you end up in the loser's bracket, then you're going to default to the 5th choice, just so that you can, ideally get your own room. Again, that might be something you want to coordinate with the host just to make sure that future accommodations will be able to kind of like accommodate couples and things like that. And so kind of on that final note, due to the logistics of all of this, it's really important that we communicate people's intentions as early as possible to make it easy for the host so they know what to look for. So all league members bear the responsibility of making sure they communicate clearly and timely to the host. And then one other thing that is going to be in the Constitution but isn't here is, from now on, the next league event needs to be announced at that current league event. So like moving forward, we are going to find out where the draft is at this coming Super Bowl. That way it gives us 6 months to know what's going on, and then plenty of time to arrange the necessary accommodations for hosts and things like that. So yeah, this is the way it's going to be. We're not really going to debate this. We think this is a really nice balance between encouraging people to attend, but also recognizing that lives change, things change, and we want to be accommodating to that as well.
Well done, Connor. I have to applaud you for working so hard and getting this done. I mean, this is the best solution that we can have for the league that we have. Ideally, we'd like everybody to get together, but we know how life is. So like Connor said, the league events are meant to be fun. And if you can go, that's great. If you can't, it's not that bad. And we know that you probably want to go. So that's just how life works, and things come up. So in doing all this, something that's very exciting, something that was even written into the Constitution way back when we started this back in 2019, was a league expansion. This has been something that Connor and I have kind of thought about, but we weren't sure if it could ever happen. But no better time than now. So on to the next slide. League expansion, what it means. So we're going to have 2 new owners joining the Best Night Ever League when it's going to be effective as of next season. So this is big. Everything that you're thinking about your season so far, or your keepers or whatnot, might change. So Connor will get into that more. But the whole idea is like a bigger pot, less chance that you're going to be a loser, more people at these league events. You'll get to know who the new members are soon, but they're awesome guys and it'll be a lot of fun. So Connor is going to go ahead and get into the specifics of each of these. Again, he worked very hard on this. We kind of ironed it out, but we will iron it out even more. And come Super Bowl, we'll have a new constitution ready to sign with everything, with the new league members, and it'll be very fun. So Connor, you want to kind of get into how the league expansion is going to work?
Yeah, totally. Just to reiterate, I do think this will be super exciting, add some fresh blood, some new competition, and more money to possibly win. So A lot of this is taken from how we had kind of initially outlined potential expansion back at the initial constitution. However, we have tweaked it a little bit just to be a little bit more fair. So really the big impact for everyone currently in the league is that in order to make this work, we have to drop the number of keepers for this year only to 3. This just ensures that the player pool is a little bit richer for these new owners. And so the big thing that's going to happen for them is they're going to partake in an expansion draft. So those 2 teams will do that. So all of us are going to announce 3 keepers instead of 4. All other players are going to drop down into the player pool. And then the 2 expansion teams are going to partake in the expansion draft, where they're going to alternate picks, and they're going to pick 3 players each. This is how they're going to kind of establish their keepers. And if you think about it, they're getting all our scraps of keepers. So I don't want to hear complaining about this because their keepers are like definitively going to be worse than all of ours. But this is the most fair way that we could think to do that. So players selected in the expansion draft are going to retain the contracts that they had for that like kind of current season with their previous owner. So as an example, Dak Prescott, if Bobby makes him available in the expansion draft, if he were to be drafted, his current contract, which is expiring in 2016, that's going to carry over to that new owner. So it's not going to be a situation where like the first overall pick in the expansion draft is locked into a 1-year deal. They're going to keep whatever contract they have. Again, that's just to make sure that the new teams have as level of a playing field as possible as far as their keeper situation. After this year, keepers are going to bump back up to 4. So this is just kind of a 1-year thing. Obviously, there will be 2 additional teams. So that'll be 8 more players that are kept. So I would say makes your keeper choices even more important because overall talent pool will be decreasing, but that's just part of the fun of building out your team. So then any players not selected in the expansion draft, they're going to go back into our normal annual draft. And then obviously the normal like contract rules for that are going to kick back in. And then kind of the last thing of note, expansion teams are going to automatically have the first and second draft slots. Again, this is because their keeper situation is going to be worse than all of ours because again, they're getting the scraps of what we all don't want. So this is just a way, another way that we thought it would be kind of fair to make sure that they aren't just getting screwed like right off the bat. Again, this will be fleshed out a little bit more in the new constitution in the Super Bowl, but hopefully this kind of context kind of quells any outrage any of you might be feeling. Some other pros of this that I'll like throw out there. We are gonna implement 2 divisions in the league. We need to flesh that out a little bit more, but that'll be fun because there will be kind of like historically like divisions. Teams will have interdivision rivalries. We can track division winners, things like that. We could do even like a small monetary prize for that, so there's like some potential there. There's going to be new playoff format, so that'll be fun and exciting as well. Overall, I think a move to 10 teams makes a lot of sense, and we have 2 guys that are like super genuinely interested and excited and joining, so I'm super excited about it.
Thank you, Connor. Again, yeah, we can't express our excitement enough. So I hope that you guys all feel the same way. We can talk about this. We do need everybody in favor. So if somebody is not in favor of expansion, we can move forward with that conversation. But following this video, I'm going to go ahead and announce the 2 teams. They have a little introduction video that they've prepared for you. So I hope that is not the case. But yeah, I think that's all we have to say about this. Do you have anything else, Connor?
No, yeah, I'd say if anyone has any questions or concerns, feel free to voice it in the group chat. But overall, I think there's a lot of pros to this. And most of our fourth keeper options are shit anyways, so I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah,
And you have plenty of time too to, make trades or things like that. That's one reason we wanted to announce it ASAP, because we want to give people time to kind of change their team building approach and keeper approach, if that's going to be impacted by it. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to bring them up in the chat.
And there's going to become like an entirely new strategy in terms of how we look at fantasy football for our league, with two extra teams. A lot of, I mean, let's just talk about quarterbacks for one. Will be, something that you might want to hone in on and make sure that you have that set up for you. So things like that. We also have talked about how we can't have, like, we're gonna have to put, limits. Like, I can't be hoarding quarterbacks like I do every year. So whether that be 3 or 4, just all of these things have been ironed out, and they will be continued to be ironed out until we get there. But the whole idea is that we have, 2 guys that are excited about this, willing to put their, hard-earned money into our league, into our, prizes, into our houses that we pick, as we grow with this league. It's just more opportunity for all of us. So yeah, and we're super excited, so we'll go ahead and announce those 2 guys right now.
Hello, friends. Nice to meet everyone. I think I've met everyone, but if not, nice to meet you. My name is Oscar. I'm 28 years old. Ooh. This is my dog, Mushu. We live here in Beaverton. Grew up in Mount Angel, so pretty close to Michael, so that's how I know him. Met him through the golf course. When he would come annoy me at the pro shop and beg for discounts and free range tokens and things like that. So I'm used to him harassing me for quite some time. So nothing new. But nonetheless, I was excited when he reached out the invite. Excited to be here with y'all. Yeah, but live here in Beaverton. I got an apartment, just me and the dog. So, we hold it down. I work at Nike. Live like right across the street from campus, so it's nice. Working Global Apparel, so if anyone needs any hookups or discounts, holla at your boy.
Hello, I'm Gregor Falk. I live in the big city of Albany, Oregon. Although hoping to move a little closer to the boys up north, so hopefully for not too much longer. I work as a manufacturing engineer at Pacific Cast Technologies. We make titanium castings for the aerospace industry. What am I most excited about for the league? Well, really, I'm excited to create and keep lifetime friendships. I know as you get older, it's easy to drift away, and so I'm excited to be able to keep all those together. At least see each other twice a year.
I think just spending more time with you guys will be great. It was really fun to get to know everyone in Mexico, and I love football, more of a college football fan, but have been looking at been trying to get more into NFL recently, so I'm sure, the Seahawks kind of suck, but it'll be fun. I'm excited. I'm excited to spend time with you guys and just kind of tap into it a little more, so definitely looking forward to it. We'll probably lose the league first. I'm sure there's going to be a learning curve, so I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but I have hope.
Win or lose first. Man, I really hope I win first, but I don't know. We'll see. I can see myself losing first, but hopefully not. (13-0), baby. But I honestly, I'm thinking about 500. 6 to 7. We'll see.
For the first season out of 13 games, I'm gonna predict like an 8-5 record. High standard, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm committed. So we'll see how it goes. Definitely Thomas. I feel like he has it come into him, and somebody needs to just really just get him. So definitely looking forward to that. It's gonna be great.
Who do I want to beat first? It's a good question. I don't know that I really have anyone I want to beat, but maybe Bobby or Jacob. Yeah, I've heard they're kind of at the top of the league, so take them out.
I think Gregor, he has me beat. Gregor is definitely a unique person, and I don't think I can beat him in anything, to be honest. So I'll respect to Gregor. I love him. Maybe someday I'll beat him, but not anytime soon, I don't think. But yeah, anyways, that's me in a nutshell. Excited to meet you guys, excited to spend more time with y'all, and until next time, see you.
Ooh, between me and Oscar, I think that'll be a good matchup. You know, I kind of want to say Oscar. He's kind of got that dog in him, but it'll be a good one. Anyway, I'm excited and honored to join the league, and excited for all the great memories that we'll share. So thanks for allowing me in. Cheers, boys.